Hello, I'm here top of Church Street, Primark, Bold Street End on this very busy, noisy Saturday afternoon. It really is busy. It really is a noisy day, so bear with me. Those who feel a bit adventurous, you haven't already done so, travel through Kensington and Fairfield of an evening and you'll see firsthand what cultural change has done to those two once proud working class Scouse communities. You will see what has happened to those neighbourhoods. They've been changed to such an extent they don't resemble the Kensington and Fairfield I remember, and most people in this city will remember, and especially those that once lived there, right? So you feel a bit adventurous, get on the bus, drive through there. If you're feeling even more adventurous, walk through there of an evening time and you will see what has happened to Kensington and Fairfield. There are two communities that, like I've said, have been changed beyond recognition. If you haven't been there for some years, then you're in for a shock. Just in case people believe Joe Owens is making all this up regarding the profound cultural change Kensington and Fairfield has undergone, right? Go and have a look. You'll see what has happened. Now, the MP, Paula Barker, for Wavertree, which covers Kensington and Fairfield, she's fully aware of what's happened to Kensington and Fairfield. She's given her blessing, right? She knows exactly what has happened. In fact, she's all for more, right? So the whole of Wavertree is culturally changed. Can Wavertree be saved? Can further cultural change be stopped? Of course it can. We've got to vote out Paula Barker, but at the moment she'll probably be relying on the vote of new arrivals and not so new keep her in office. So that's why she's in favour of more cultural change, for obvious reasons, right? So, as I say, you're feeling adventurous. No, you doubt what Joe Owens says about the seriousness regarding the cultural transformation Kensington and Fairfield have underwent. Then go and travel through there, right? Go and travel through there and you will see what has happened. There has been a change of such proportions, like I've said. Them two communities are unrecognisable, especially along Kensington, Shield Road, Prescott Road, and many other roads and whatever streets in and around Kensington, Fairfield. The place has been changed. Liam Robinson, head of Liverpool City Council, head of also a councillor for Kensington and Fairfield. He knows what's happened. He's given it his full blessing. He doesn't care. He just wants to remain in office, right? These people don't care, because if they cared, they'd be voicing some opposition as to what's happening there. But they've remained silent, and we know why they've remained silent, right? Because it's career first, Scousers second. Right? He's not even a Scouser, but anyway. So, if you go in and around, as I say, those two communities, you will see what's happened. You'll be shocked, right? I'll put money on it, you'd be shocked. Now, West Derby, MP for there is Ian Bain, refugees welcome. West Derby, right, can well and truly be prevented from undergoing further cultural change. Just like Walton, Dan Corden, Dan the diversity man. Walton can be prevented from undergoing further cultural change. You've got to get Dan Corden out, you've got to vote him out. Same with Ian Bain, you've got to vote him out, right? You vote them out and these communities can be saved from undergoing further cultural change, right? But like I've said, you've got to vote them out. No good having a demo or a march or whatever. That's no good. It's not going to solve anything. You're not going to change nothing, no. You've got to vote them out, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, West Derby, that can well and truly be saved. Further cultural change can be stopped there overnight. Same with Walton, if you vote them out. Wavertree, I'm not too sure, but let's give it a go. Right, Wavertree's a big area, but a lot of it has undergone profound cultural change. Right, severe cultural change, some parts of it. So, but it's worth fighting for, right? It's a Scouse community, so it's worth fighting for, right? But where Walton and West Derby are concerned, further cultural change can quite easily be stopped there with the right MP in office, right? You've got the right MP in office, then they can start a campaign opposing further cultural change of those proud Scouse communities. The heartlands, West Derby Road, County Road, they're heartlands, ladies and gentlemen, Scouse heartlands. So it can be stopped, but like I've said, you're not going to stop it marching or demos or whatever, just wasting your time doing that. You've got to vote them out. You don't vote them out, then more cultural change will continue to change long-standing proud Scouse communities. The heartlands, like I've spoke before, it's imperative the heartlands are saved from cultural change, because once they go, the community goes. Once West Derby Road goes, County Road goes, cultural change follows, like it has in Kensington and Fairfield, Prescott Road, Shield Road. Sadly, those two communities, they're beyond saving. But Wavertree as a whole that they're part of, that's a different ball game. I believe that can. So come any election, general election in particular, you've got to get these reckless politicians out, ladies and gentlemen. Right? You don't get them out, then nothing's changing. Well, in fact, things will change. Cultural change will continue. Right? That's what will happen. That's what is happening now. A very, very busy day today. Really busy. Well, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, this is serious, trust me. This is very, very serious what is happening. Like I keep saying, if our Cherry City Centre is a microcosm of cultural change, then cultural change is sweeping across our glorious city, faster than even Joe Owens imagined, right? It's the speed at what is happening that is so worrying. It is the speed of this. Like someone's opened the door and they've all ran through. These politicians don't care. If they cared, then they would be addressing this worrying issue and the worries and concerns facing the good people of Liverpool. They would be addressing it, and they're not, just ignoring it, remaining silent, right? Yeah, it's really busy, mega busy in fact. So I'm going to go now, ladies and gentlemen. I may try and get another video later. I don't know, we shall see. But remember, say no to cultural change, yes to Scouse pride, shout it out loud, Scouse and proud. Okay, thank you.